How's it going, YouTube? So, as you can tell, Saturday again. Just got off of work. Just got off of work like an hour, 30 minutes ago. You know, trying to get settled in. As you can tell, well, you're just probably wondering the environment I'm in. What am I laying at? Where I'm at? Well, I'm in the back of my truck. Got my two comforters over here. See? Very comfortable. It's like sleeping on a fucking cloud. Very comfortable. So ironically, since we're at a fucking war with Iran, and since gas prices are really fucking high, in Oregon, the cheapest I can get gas is like $4.60, depending on where you're at, and $4.60, and then it probably goes all the way up to like $7, depending on the city you're at in Oregon. So it's expensive. So what I'm doing is I'm camping in my truck. I work 4 days. I sleep in there for 3 days, and on Monday night I go back home. And by me doing that each week, I'll spend anywhere from, well, it depends. If I want to be cheap as fuck, I'll pay like $25. That'll get me to and from. But if I want to go all out, $40 per week. I get paid every 2 weeks. So if you do the math, I'm paying, if I want to be cheap, I'm paying $50 every pay period on gas, which is what I'm doing. But if I want to go all out, it's $80. Either way, I'm paying less than $100 every 2 weeks on gas, just for camping in my truck. It's pretty safe. We have street lights posted all around. We have security that does patrols, and we have police. I only see them in the back on pickup E. Right now, I'm on pickup A. So there's different pickups. It's a big parking lot. So with that being said, like I said, I've been doing this shit for 3 weeks. It's very safe. It's fenced off and gated. The public doesn't have access to be here. They have no business being here. You have to be a employee for the airport to gain entry. That's the only way you're going to get in. So, yeah. If it does get cold, not the end of the world, run my car, run my heater, let it warm back up. So, if you're just wondering about the scenery that I'm in, just wanted to touch base, get that out the way. Right now, it's like almost midnight right now. And tomorrow is going to be my last night for this week. So tonight and tomorrow night. Monday, I'll probably rest back here, but then I got to head back home. But since I got this out the way, gave you a 4-minute briefer on that. Let's get into the main point of why, I got this video going on. The last video, what the fuck keeps fucking poking? Anyways, so, yeah, last week I talked about exit lane. Sadly, nothing really happened at exit lane. The same one, I worked at North last week. And, it's been very slow. So, for exit lane, it's an 8-hour shift. It's 2 p.m. to 10. The first, I would say, 4 hours were slow. Then the last 4 hours, 6 to 10, started to become a little steady pace. So, Not really anything too crazy. Well, I mean, there was a little bit of toxicity. Scared the fucking shit out of me because when I am at my post, I'm behind this steel pillar. So anything behind me, I won't really be able to see, but I can hear. So all I hear is this lady. It was this black lady. She's on the phone, and she's just yelling on the phone, and that fucking scared the shit out of me. But that was basically it. Nothing too wild, but since nothing really happened, I could talk about something else. So, I don't know. Hold on. Okay. I don't know about you guys, but don't you really notice that there is, hold on. That's probably a plane or a helicopter. Well, I work at an airport, so I'm gonna have to deal with this. I'm getting cut off for my video, and I'm getting cut off of relaxing. Okay, hold on, it's gone. Just to let you know that I really do work at an airport. I've been doing this for 1 year, going on to 2 years. This is what I do for a living. So, yeah, and then that light, that's my separate phone. That way I have good lighting. So, oh yeah. I don't know about you guys, but, I was born in the 90s. My ass is almost 30 years old. 2 years I'll be 30. So, I don't know how old you guys are. But if you're like late 20s, 30s, 40s, you could probably relate on this. But I don't know about you, but what I've noticed, because, you know, I work at an airport. I only work inside the airport, though. There's a lot of, and there's a slang that we call these people. They're called electric zombies. Electric zombies are the type of people that literally put all of their eyesight, all of their attention, all of their mana into the phone. Hold on, it's fucking cold. God. They put all of that into the phone, but they don't even fucking pay attention when they walk forward. I saw it last week, this week, and I'm gonna keep seeing it. People just don't socialize anymore. And if this video blows up, and I get like fucking 100,000, 1,000,000, 1,000,000,000, 1,000,000,000,000, whatever amount of views, because there are probably other people that feel this way. There are other people that have their own input on this matter, because I see it, I don't like it, but I can't really change. I really don't know how many people are alive, because everyone's getting born every day, everyone's dying every day. So I'd say 100 billion, 80 billion, a couple billion, I don't know the exact number. I can't change that set number worldwide. So depending on what year you're born, and depending on your mindset, you might agree with me or disagree with me. I really prefer for you to agree with me, though. Everywhere I go, most of this pertains at work, because my days off, I really avoid going out. Things are expensive. People are not really my cup of tea. So, like, let me run down today. Right? Let me run down today. And this is going to correlate to the main idea. Woke up at 7 a.m. It was cold as fuck. I was freezing my ass off. I used this blanket. I was still freezing my ass off. I could have turned the car on, let the car heat up, but I was already up. Woke up, took a shit. Wiped my ass after I took a shit. And we have buses that do rounds in the parking lot to pick us up. So I was on Island A. A is an apple. Picked me up. I walk into the concourse. Hold on, let me back up a bit. I'm missing something right. Hold on. So I went on Island A. It's like a little hut. Nobody was there. But theoretically, when there is people crowding over there, nobody socializes. Nobody talks. They're either just drifting off into space, wandering around, or they're on their phones. I want to make this really clear. I'm not trying to be an asshole or anything. I'm not trying to be a dick. I know most of the videos I could be kind of tense. I could be kind of, hostile. But I want to be chill and mellow as possible, so I don't really rub you guys off the wrong way and shit. But this isn't guaranteed. This is highly likely based off my experience. Your experience might be different, but I'm just going to just throw that out there. Here is my input on talking to people in 2026, especially in Oregon. This is going to correlate with the electric zombie thing when people are just, drain all their energy on their phone and shit. So here is my input on the matter. When people are on their phone, don't know what they're doing on it though, but let me just throw this out there. If I attempt to talk to someone that's putting 100% of their energy on their phone, here's the possible outcomes. Meaning, the outcomes I'm going to tell you, it's either going to be one of those outcomes, many of those outcomes, or all of those outcomes. One, they're going to fucking ignore my presence. Pretend I don't even fucking exist. Two, they're possibly going to engage in a conversation if they feel like it. Three, they're going to be really hostile and rude. Can't give you an exact answer. Trying to really think. So, my run-ins would be people would mostly ignore you. That's some sort of weird Oregon culture that we have. Because you see, I've been living in Oregon for 11 years. This is my 11th year. 2015, I first moved here. It's 2026, so 11 years. Next year's my 12th year. So you can kind of see that it's kind of a waste of time in a way. I'm basically invisible, or set person is trying to talk to you when you're focusing all that energy on that phone. Via is invisible. So there's that. But that didn't happen this morning. I go into the bus, right? Because it takes us from the parking lot to the terminal. Every fucking time. I see this every fucking time. Let me give you a number ratio, right? Let's say there are 10 people on that bus. The amount of people that are on their phone, 80 to 100%. The amount of people that are on their phone just looking around, 20%. The amount of people that are having a face-to-face conversation without any phone in their hand or sight, 20%. People don't really socialize anymore. People don't really want to go back to the old days of living life the old school way. So, let me use my other hand. Ugh. So with that being said, I'm probably not the only one that experiences this. There are probably other people that do it. Hold on. It's getting chilly right now. Because when I was a kid in the 2000s, we lived in a different world. A lot has changed in 25 years. 2000 to 2009. 2010. What the fuck? Hold on. Okay. 2010s was decent. 2010 through 14 would be the best. How do I explain it? Would be the best years in that decade. 2010 through 14. 2015 and 19, things got a little bit weird. It got a little bit... I don't know how to explain it, but let's see here. Yeah, that's kind of where we're at right now in the world. I'm trying my best to think on the spot, but sometimes I lose my train of thought. This video's been going on for almost 20 minutes right now. I hate when that happens. I'm trying to think of something, and two things. I have it, I lose all fucking, and then it just goes away. Or I'm trying to get it, and then it just goes blank. But, yeah, that's something I've noticed. I really don't fucking like it. It's actually really sad because, I mean, for me, I have a lot to talk about. I might make this a long video. I really do. I'm debating on when I should cut it. Maybe I might cut it at 40 minutes max, because I really rarely do long videos. I really rarely do long videos, so... I mean, I got time because I have a late start tomorrow, so... Well... I only got, like, what, 70 of you guys that are subscribing. I've had this channel for 11 years because I checked the date when I opened it was in 2015. So, you know what? I'm just going to go way off topic. And however the video comes out is how it comes out. So, the things that I'm going to say won't be 100% accurate. It'll just be to the best of my knowledge. So, I'm thinking that human history, right? We have over 300,000 years. Early humans made their I can't fucking talk today. They made their appearance 300,000 years ago. They didn't have the firepower. They didn't really have much to defend themselves. They weren't really that intelligent, but they had good communication skills. They didn't have an easy life because, well, we have the internet. Because we have the internet, I can get answers from an era I wasn't even born. None of us were born back then. 300,000 years ago, none of us were fucking born back then. So, they had to fight off dangerous predators that outsized them, that outstrength them. But, hey, they had numbers. They had numbers, strong communication skills. They didn't have a fucking iPhone 300,000 years ago. Communication skills was there. It was getting better. That's how they survived the Ice Age 10,000 years ago. Think of it. Think about it. Every decision that our ancestors did, every encounter that they lived, is the reason why I have life. That's the reason why I'm able to make this fucking YouTube video. Everyone watching this, just understand, our ancestors probably went through some shit. None of us were there to actually physically see it via in person because we weren't fucking born. But they probably went through some shit. Unknown diseases. There was no hospitals 300,000 years ago. There was no hospitals in 10,000 BC. So, if they break an ankle, snap it back into place, they're going to have to limp. Everything that they survived, diseases, injury, they're the reason why human evolution is growing. That's the reason why we're alive till this day. Something I want to point out, I don't know if all of you guys know this, but I just discovered it. We almost faced extinction. Okay? I think this was during the Ice Age days. We had 2,000 or less people worldwide. We were that close in facing extinction. Because our ancestors found a way to live. That's why that 2,000 population turned into billions of people in today's current population. And with that being said, this correlates to why I say they have I wouldn't say worse, but they just have a rough life compared to the life we have. I mean, put it like this, right? Let me put it like this. Today's economy, you can do a job on the computer. You can invest into Doge, crypto. You can do any type of computer job. Get rich as fuck off that. But you need to have the willpower and knowledge to succeed. Most people can do any job to get revenue, to get income. We have to survive paying our taxes. We have to survive getting a job and keeping our job until 60, 70. Because if you don't, you're going to be homeless. Unless you can couch surf off someone. Our ancestors, based off what I looked up, they had a builder's shelter. Wasn't the best. There was no insulation. There was no running shower. It was like a little tiki hut. So, on hot days, their ass burn. Cold days, they freeze their fucking ass off. They weren't I doubt they were able to get sleep. Because like I said, there was dangerous predators overnight throughout the day. You could go to sleep, get killed in your sleep by an unknown predator. So, the weather was against them. The weather was fucking... The weather we have now ain't shit. They had to live through fucking snow blizzards that dipped in the negatives. The heat, they had to deal with that bullshit. The heat was probably worse back then. Shelter wasn't the best. They had to fight dangerous predators that were bigger than them and stronger than them. All they really fucking had was homemade weapons made out of like flimsy wood. So most of them, they got outmatched. Most of them didn't make it. They also had to fight. They also had to fight rival tribes. I believe there was more than 5 rival tribes. Nowadays, we only have one species. The rival tribes was different human species. I'm gonna do a little fucking comparison. So, nowadays, right, we have different races, but one species. All of the former species we had back in the day are extinct. Most of us have, I think it's called Neanderthals, something like that, starts with an N. We have some of their DNA in us, including me, because we are considered modern humans. As evolution evolved in the last 300,000 years, right? So, my comparison, right? I don't have my tripod with me, so I apologize. I have to fucking hold it with my left, and then it's going to give out. Then I have to hold it with my right. It's going to give out. Didn't bring my tripod, so next time I will bring my tripod. But I don't think it's going to make a difference because my hand's going to get sore anyways, so unless I stand it. So anyway, so yeah, now we have different races, but one species. There's only one human species that I know of, but we have different races. We have... So, back then they had different tribes, and those tribes were different types of human species. And our ancestors had to deal with the bullshit weather. They had to deal with wild predators and rival tribes. Now, let's say I'm in LA. I'm in Oregon, but let's say I'm in LA. I have to deal with rival gangs. I'm not in a gang, by the way. I have to deal with rival gangs going at each other, going at me, and I have to deal with the police. That's basically the modern analogy of me trying to compare rival tribes from, for example, 5 different species back in the day. So, back in the day, we had to stick together. We had to stick together. We had to have teamwork and good communication skills, because I'm going to keep it 1,000 with you, right? If we didn't have teamwork and good communication skills, human extinction would probably deplete. Meaning, my ass wouldn't even be here right now. My parents' ass wouldn't be here right now. All of you guys watching this video, you wouldn't even fucking be here right now. If they didn't stick to each other when they needed it the most, knowing that they have rival tribes that are willing to fucking kill you, you had predators that are willing to fucking kill you to eat, none of us would be here right now. They had the short end of the stick. They had to fight the short-faced bear. If you don't know what a short-faced bear, it's an extinct bear. A fully grown I think it's male. I don't know if it's male or female, but a short-faced bear back in the day, which is extinct, is a fucking massive bear. Okay? When that thing stands on its two hind legs, 14 feet tall in height, weighs up to 3,000 pounds, it has a really good bite force. They didn't have much to defend themselves. I think they had like homemade spears. But hey, if that bear breaks that spear, if it swipes you, you're fucked. I don't know how much PSI a swipe. One full force swiped from a short-faced bear. Let's say it does a full force swipe with claws to the head. Your whole head is going to get decapitated. Okay? The bear's strength back then is like me taking Arnold Schwarzenegger. Sorry if I batch his name. It's like me taking him back in his prime when he was in his 20s. Right? You remember how he was all jacked and fit? It's like me taking, I would say, 10 to 50 of his strength into that one bear. Our ancestors, let me just give you a scenario. If we had a tribe of our ancestors, regardless of the species, I would say 10 men of them would get severely injured or killed. Because you see, when it swipes, no, it's going to keep on fucking swiping. Okay? It's going to... No, those motherfuckers are survivors. They're going to keep on swiping. So if you have like 50 people trying to rush that bear, it's going to keep on fucking swiping and swiping until it runs out of energy. So a lot of our ancestors got fucked by the swipe, or they just died on the spot. That wasn't the only predator that was a threat. They also had to deal with that big cat. I think it's called a Smilodon. Very strong cat. Very strong cat. Good climber. Very muscular cat. They had to fight that motherfucker too. The life they basically lived back then. I don't know if you guys played Monster Hunters. It was like Monster Hunters IRL. If they want to eat, they're going to have to hunt. A lot of people in the tribe are going to risk dying just to eat. So, the bigger the hunt, the more the food. They would have to kill it, skin it, wash it. There was no fucking seasoning, so it couldn't season it. But they would have to wash it because you don't want to get fucking foodborne illness. Then they would have to put it on the stick, and then they would have to spin it. They would have to make a fire, and they would have to spin it. Woolly mammoth, they kill that to extinction. That woolly mammoth was like months of food right there. But yeah. Back in the day, people had to stick by one another. There was no cell phones back then. Communication skills are strong. Modern people, right? We lost that touch. We lost that spark. This video is almost 40 minutes. I try talking to people. They'll either be hostile and rude, or they'll just fucking ignore me. It's happened so many times that I'm like, why even fucking put myself out there? Why even fucking bother? I get the same result 90% of the time anyways. Why give a fuck? Why give a shit? So here's what I do, right? I just keep to myself. If you're approachable, we go that way. But me approaching you, On a stranger basis, not happening. And with that being said, I really don't know how the world's going to be looking like in the future. From 2030 to 2100, I don't know how the world's going to be looking like. I don't know if social media is going to be alive by 2100. I don't know if the whole smartphone thing is just going to get upgraded or depleted. I doubt any of us are going to even be born by 2100. I did the math, and if I do live until 2100, I'll be 102 years old. What are the odds of that happening? So, that's pretty much it. Video's almost 40 minutes. I'm gonna probably cut it right here. And see you when I can see you. Have a good night.
The thought of Mrs. Princess, who often wonder what makes her work. I guess I'll leave that question to the experts. Assuming that there are some out there, they're probably alone, solitaire. I can remember when I caught up with a pastime intimate friend. She said, but you're probably gonna say I look lovely, but you probably don't think nothing of me. She was right though, I can't lie. She's just one of those corners of my mind, and I just put it right back with the rest. That's the way it goes. Like, baby, you send me out. Baby, you send me out. Said adrift on limitless. Baby, you send me out. Baby, you send me out. Said adrift on limitless. A careless whisper from a careless